welcome back to our channel. We're the Garso Twins. I'm Britta.
I'm Carly.
We would love it if you would subscribe down below. We do a lot of like monthly favorites. We have a lifestyle series, weekly favorites, where we upload every Friday. We do some vlogs here and there. Get ready with us.
Yeah.
But today we're doing monthly favorites. We're doing our November favorites. This is like probably my favorite video besides the end of the year one, because I feel like it's always like after the Sephora sale.
Yeah, that's true.
There's always good launches this time of year, so we always have like really good things to talk about, and this month is no exception, so let's get into it. Okay, I've talked about these on Instagram, but the In Beauty Project lip glazes, I got the like 4-pack from Sephora during the sale. I'll link the reel down below where I'm trying them all on, but my favorite is definitely Cinnabon. It is a pinky nude shade that just goes with everything. These are like medium pigmentation. They're not super sheer, but they're not very opaque. And I just love this formula more than I thought. Like,
I know.
It's cushiony without being too thick, so it like glides really well. It's a little bit sticky, so it's not like too slippery on your lips. It doesn't migrate outside the lip lines. My favorite thing about it is the scents. Like, they all smell incredible. This one legit smells like cinnamon, like frosting. It's so good. I love the one Carly likes
so
too.
I only bought one. I was like, oh, I want the set, but I was trying not to spend too much. So I've always wanted the shade Merlot, so that's the one I got. And I love this. I own the Clinique Black Honey lip gloss, and I always love the color of that, but the formula is a little sticky, and I hate the applicator. And I got it on a deal, so I was like, oh, it's fine. But I thought that this looked like a dupe, and I've heard people say the color is really similar to Black Honey, and I love this. I love the color. I love the formula. This one, it doesn't smell like wine.
It's sweet though, right?
It smells like grape a little. And yeah, it kind of smells like sweet candy. Like,
yeah, that one smells kind of like candy.
it's so good. We were both like, whoa, like
Yeah.
what took us so long to try these? Because
And they're pretty affordable.
Yeah, the formula is so good. I saw their new like Poppy collab too.
I know, I'm intrigued.
Those actually look more opaque, so I'm curious about those.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm like, I will buy whatever this brand launches in this.
I know, the next one I want to get is Cookie, because it's also a nude, and you know how we feel about cookies.
Yeah, I've had Cookie saved forever. What is that one?
Cinnamon bun.
Oh, so is Cookie more
Cookies
pink?
are more like tan. This is more pink.
Oh.
Cookie's more tan, and then I also want the fruit punch just for the smell.
Oh, geez.
I know, I want them all.
I want
And
so many.
Not to mention the applicator, like it's so chubby. It's like on the NYX fat oils, but I like this formula more than that.
I'm wearing it right now, this one with a pink lip liner, so you can see like it's not super pigmented, because it does kind of.
You can build it up though.
Yeah, like it does kind of take the look of what's under it.
I think you have a really sheer layer on.
Well, I was drinking water.
Oh.
I can put some more on right now.
Yes.
I do feel like they aren't like super long lasting, but
Yeah, but they're, another thing, sorry,
cushion feeling stays.
yeah, I was gonna say another thing, that a lot of lip oils or like lip glosses, as soon as they wear off, my lips feel so dry and
Yeah.
parched, which I don't mind, because that's just like the nature of wearing a lip product. When these wear off, my lips actually feel moisturized.
Yeah, I feel like once it starts to wear off, the shininess and the oily feeling goes away, but like you're left with like that cushioning like lip balm feeling.
Like these are so good.
Yeah, they're really good.
And I'm obsessed.
You guys know we don't love lip oils or glosses that much.
Yeah.
So it's a huge find for us.
Okay, next up is a fragrance favorite of the month. I actually bought a lot of fragrances
I know, this
recently.
is like, we have like gems in this video, like things that I might put in like my yearly, but I guess I can't because
Yeah.
I just got them. But
yeah, one fragrance I just got, and then I repurchased Vanilla 28, and I do love that one, but I talked about it a lot. But this one I like can't put down. It's so funny Carly likes the other one.
well, I love them both.
Okay.
But like this one shocked me.
Yeah, so Beauty Pie kindly sent us a bunch of their holiday launches, and they super kindly each sent us one, like
Yeah.
of everything, which we weren't expecting, so that was so nice. But we were so excited about their fragrances, because first of all, they relaunched all their fragrances in the square bottle, which we prefer. The round bottle was a bit like cumbersome, like the cap was really heavy. I just didn't love it. And I bought myself the Santal Smash perfume a while ago, and that also is in the square bottle. And overall, we've had good luck with their fragrances in both fragrances and candles. Like, I really like the Brazilian Lime one. That one might be like my favorite so far until this, but I haven't like overly loved any of them.
Yeah.
So expectations were low, and this Vanilla New fragrance is so good.
I know, I think I love them both like equally. They're both incredible.
They're both so good. It smells like a sophisticated version of Bath and Body Works Warm Vanilla Sugar.
Yeah.
If you were a Warm Vanilla Sugar girl, you will absolutely love this. I feel like I'm getting more sandalwood.
Yeah.
It's like a little more spicy.
But it's definitely sweet. Like,
yeah.
if
But
you-
it's not like a sickly sweet vanilla.
No, but if you're not into gourmands, I definitely would skip it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess it is sweet. Yeah, it's sweet, but the dry down is like way more spicier
Yeah.
and sandalwoody.
Well, and it's just, yeah, like Britta said, it is a little more sophisticated than like warm
Yeah.
vanilla sugar. Like, you can smell the sandalwood and like it's just warm and inviting. Yeah, the day I first wore it, I was like, Britta, I can't stop smelling myself.
Yeah,
Like,
I sprayed it
smell
over
my
and over and
clothes.
over. I can't put it down.
Yeah, it's so good. But then the
And
other
it's a
one-
great, sorry to interrupt, this is a great like holiday perfume
Yeah.
too, because I mean, I'll wear this all year round, but because it's so warm and cozy, it's like perfect for the time
Yeah,
of
I
year.
brought
It
it-
would be a great gift.
I brought it to Thanksgiving. We were traveling and I was like, oh, I'm gonna wear this because it was like so perfect for the holidays.
Yeah.
This one is She Brought Peonies and it's their other one. They actually just came out with a third one that we
Yeah,
I
I
might
think we're
order
gonna
it.
get, because we might get it to share because it would be like a blind buy, obviously.
Yeah.
And there are no reviews, which
Yeah.
is tricky.
This one, I don't even know how they describe it, but when we first both smelled it, we're like, does it smell like grape? Like, it kind of
smells
smells
like grape.
like grapes. And that sounds so weird, but once it's on, I have it on now. It smells like florally. It smells like white florals, but not in like a cloying way. You guys know we don't like florals,
Yeah.
but this is like the nicest floral note because it's like balanced with like some fruitiness. Like we said, we smell grape for some reason. And then I feel like you can smell the peony, and peony is always like a good floral note because I feel like it like livens it up and kind of makes it a little more youthful
Yeah.
without being like too florally again. I don't know, it's so good. This one's so hard to describe. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a very like, I would say it's a floral,
But
but
not really.
but it's really complex. Like, and it has like,
yeah, like grape. I guess I do get the peony for sure.
Mhm.
But grape is like my first note.
Yeah.
But in like a very light and refreshing way.
yeah, they don't mention grape in the notes. We just both thought it smelled like grape. And you smell like, yeah, those lighter florals, but it's not like a heady floral. Like, it's not like a rose or a lily or something that's really overpowering. I don't know, I've been loving it. Like, I sprayed it today and it's just so nice. I will say, I think the vanilla lasts longer, which is common. Vanilla
Yeah.
is like a really strong base note that can like really add to longevity. This one doesn't last as long on the skin, but they're both not like extremely expensive. I think
Yeah.
they're like $30.
They're 34, I believe. Their new one is 39. I'm wondering why it's more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we have a code. If you're new to Beauty Pie, you can use Garza Twins Sent Me. We'll leave that down below as well, if you're interested. But
Yeah,
we
they're-
were blown away.
Yeah, we were really shocked. They're both really good.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about this before I forget. I finally picked up the Canon G7X Mark II camera. I wanted this for over a year, maybe even 2 years. Obviously, everyone has this camera. This is not new news, but it came back in stock and I decided to get it mainly because our camera, like the one we're filming on right now, is, how old is this camera? Like 8 years old?
8 years old,
It's like
I'd say.
8 years old. It's very old and it works really well. For video, like I'm very happy with the quality, like when we use our lights and whatnot, but for photos it can be like really cumbersome because we don't have that much lighting in our house. We usually have to like add an external flash on top of the camera. It's already a really heavy camera because it has a zoom lens, so even to take like our real cover photos, I'm like putting the external flash on, waiting for it to warm up, and then I have to, it's just like a process. And so I'm like, I feel like this will be great to have for like trips for sure, but because it has the flash, like I've already used this for some photos and it just makes it so easy. I can put I have like the chip reader for my phone, so I just put them directly on my phone into the Tezza app. It just like cuts out a bunch of steps, and we've used them for like outfit photos before. I'm just really happy with it. We used it a little bit in like Arrowhead, but like I wish we would have gotten more pictures, and it's just great that you can like force the flash so you can get pictures indoors, outside if the like weather conditions aren't perfect, and it's nice and compact. It like fits in my purse. I love it.
Okay, a foundation favorite. I got this during the Sephora sale. It's the Glossier Stretch Foundation. I have the shade Light 4. I love this foundation. I've already raved about it in like many videos, so I won't go on and on, but it's so thin. It's the most lightweight foundation I have ever used, which is my favorite thing about it. I use like half a pump for my entire face. I feel like a little goes such a long way. Like, this actually has good coverage. I was really shocked by that for being like a Glossier product, but when I use a whole pump, it's like too much for me. So half a pump, so a little goes a long way. It blends really beautifully. I usually use a brush. I will say it catches on dry patches if you have drier skin in certain areas like I do. So I just have to really make sure my skin is hydrated or like exfoliated before I use it. But once I do that, it looks really like, I don't know, it looks airbrush to me. Like my cheeks have never looked so like airbrush, and I usually feel like my makeup had always like skipped over certain areas, like if the foundation was too dewy. And because this has almost like a natural matte finish, I just love how everything lays on top of it and like nothing looks, I don't know, like patchy. Like it just looks so nice. I will say the color's a little light for me, and I saw a lot of people say they couldn't find their shade, so I do hope they expand because it goes from light to medium. So there's no like, I don't know, in between, and I think that the darker shades need like an expansion as well. So I love it though. It's so good if you can find your shade. It's just a really unique formula. I don't think I've ever like used a foundation that feels so weightless and looks like blurring but also has coverage. It's just a great formula. So I had been using the wet brush, what is it called? It's like the wet brush that has the dual bristles like this with the nylon bristles and like the faux boars bristles. And I had one for a long time and it was getting just kind of like old, so I repurchased it and the handle snapped on me like out of nowhere. Too, yeah. And so I'm like, okay, I'm over this like plastic handle. Like I don't want to spend $10 more on a brush that's gonna break again. So I spent a little bit more than that and got this bamboo one. It's by the brand Best Tool from Amazon, and it has a bamboo handle and it has the dual bristles. And this one has more of like the boar's bristles. So it's mainly meant to like soften your strands. Like if you have tangly hair, I don't think this is the one for you. Like I have to use a lot of detangler because these nylon bristles are like few and far between, as you can see. Sorry, there's my hair in it, but it really helps to like take the oils from your scalp and like bring them down your hair. Like I feel like it makes my hair more shiny and soft as I've been using it, and I can't say enough good things. It also comes with a little brush that you can like get the hair out of, so I try to clean that like every other day. I didn't do it today, that's why there's still hair in it. But I'm really impressed with the quality of this. Like the bristles just feel like they're gonna be intact for a long time, and it, like I said, just it feels almost like a massage. It makes your hair so smooth and silky. And it does take more work. It's not like the wet brush where it's just gonna like glide through your hair. You have to like stay there for a second, but it's worth it to me because I love the dual bristles. Okay, another repurchase from the Sephora sale is the Way leave-in conditioner. I used this whole bottle like 2 years ago, loved it, but then tried other things, and so I came back to this for the Sephora sale. I ordered the set with the detox shampoo, which I love too, but I forget how good this is. I don't like the smell at all. I will say, I wish it was any other fragrance. I think it's too strong and I just don't like the smell, but I deal with it because this works so well to detangle. It adds shine. I realized like yesterday I just like only used this and then I blow dried my hair basically all the way through, and I just like let it finish drying, and I was like, oh, my hair's not gonna look good, like I need to style it. But then I was like, oh, it doesn't look that bad. Like it actually feels so soft, and I forget like how soft this makes your hair. It's just such a good product. Again, we used to have the one that was the Byredo collab,
Yeah.
and I liked that scent more. So I do wish that they offered like their popular products in like multiple fragrances, but alas, it is so good. And I do think it lasts a long time too. It's 4.7 ounces, and it's a spray, which I like too, so it's great stuff. Okay, and last up for products is our Dyad Signed and Sealed candle. This is our fall candle that we launched this year. It is... Well, yeah, but we want, like I'm saying, this year.
Yeah, but like November.
Yeah, but it's the only candle we don't launch this year, right? Yeah. It's so good. It's like a true vanilla chai scent. You really get vanilla in the base notes. The chai notes, like the cloves, cinnamon, star anise, they're all like in the top. So as you burn it, it gets more like warm and like has more depth, but it gets more like there's a few wood notes too that come out when it's burned. Yeah, so it's like a little bit deeper, but it's so good, so cozy. We're so proud of this one. We know a lot of you guys have like picked it up already.
And thank you so much for everyone that's ordered.
Yeah, but wanted to mention it because this is obviously like this one's almost gone. We've been burning these constantly in November. Okay, book favorites. So I've read some good stuff this month. I loved Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, but Britta has talked about that before.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to include that. So my favorite this month, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars, is The Co-op by Tara DeWitt. So after we both read Funny Feelings by her, I was like, oh, I want to read her other books because I really was shocked how much I loved that book. And I think I still love that one more. But this one was so good. So it follows Lauren and Deacon, and they basically met when they were teens. Kind of like, it's similar to like a lot of the books.
Yeah.
They met when they were teens, and they were both living in like this sort of like beach house in living in this like community in this beach house in Santa Cruz, and they sort of had like this friends with benefits situation, but they like hated each other. They were like 18. And so after that, Lauren moves away for 8 years.
Don't give like too much detail though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she comes back. This is the premise of the book.
Oh, okay.
She comes back because her grandmother and Deacon's grandmother ended up in a relationship, and they both passed, and so they left their like beach house to the 2 of them. So they basically have to figure out what to do with it. Like, are they gonna fix it up and sell it? Like what's the deal? Like, they have to work together to get this done, and they hate each other. So it's very like enemies to lovers.
Forced proximity.
Yeah, forced proximity. Yeah, like they have to live together part of the time. It's also like childhood friends to lovers. It's just a lot of different things, and the thing I liked most about the book was that they both felt so real. They were very complex. I do not like when we get to like love a couple, but we feel like we know nothing about them like on a real level, and this book wasn't that, and I learned that about Tara's books. I feel like she like really gives you a like true feeling of who these people are, and I love that. They worked like to like work on themselves, work with each other. It was just like a really, really beautiful book. I loved it. There is one trope in it that I didn't love, and so I gave it 4 stars. It's in my Goodreads read if you want to read it.
Okay, my book is Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I'm so behind on reviewing on Goodreads and on TikTok, so I need to like get back to it because it's kind of hard to remember when you read the book a little bit ago.
We've both been like knee deep in Iron Flame.
Yeah.
So I'm like behind on my reading goal because of that book.
I'm gonna finish it today. So this is about Sadie Montgomery. She is an artist living in New York City, and she gets in, or she has basically like she's leaving a convenience store and she falls to the ground. They like don't know what's wrong with her. She's rushed to the hospital, and they tell her that she has this like nodule, I believe, on her brain. Her father is a doctor. And so she has this nodule on her brain, and she's gonna need surgery to remove it because it could keep causing her to like basically pass out. It's just like you can't live with this thing long term. So her father, her estranged father I should say, like comes to her and is like, you have to get the surgery, and he is like super serious about it, and she doesn't think it's like a big deal, but she's like, okay, whatever, like he wants me to get the surgery, I'll get it. She gets the surgery and it ends up going really well. They remove the nodule, no problem, but she has temporary face blindness, which I actually don't know if this is a real condition. I should look more into this, where she can see everybody's bodies, but she can't see their faces. So like I said, she's an artist, so this is hard for her because she does portraits, and she has just become like a finalist in a very big what's it called, like a not a competition, but basically she needs to commission, or she's commissioned to do this like portrait, and she can't see faces, so she's like working with her best friend. Anyway, long story short, she befriends or meets her neighbor Joe. So she meets her neighbor Joe. I won't really go into like their relationship, but he eventually like helps her with this contest that she's trying to win. So it was a really like heartwarming story because you see Sadie struggle with like her health issues. She doesn't know when this is going to resolve. It's affecting every part of her life. She has an evil stepsister that's like truly awful. There's just lots of like ups and downs for Sadie. So I really connected with her and Joe so much. Like I was rooting for them as individuals. And it was just like a really easy read. I feel like Abby Jimenez is also really good at this, as is Catherine center. I feel like when the author like is taking you on the journey of the couple, but also as individual characters, and makes you like them separately, you know? Sometimes I'm like, oh, I think they're like so cute and I love this like romance, but I don't necessarily like them individually. And I feel like this author is really good at that and like pulling out your heartstrings, but also making it a little bit like lighthearted at times. So it was so good. I just gave it 4 out of 5 because I felt like I really wanted to see more of Sadie and Joe. Like it focused a lot on like the contest, her injury, and they were spending a lot of time together. But you know, the progression of the relationship, I feel like just moved a little fast. But that was it. So cute. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. This was a long one, but we had good stuff in here, and we'll see you in the next one.